Hello again, traders. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to buy T-bills step by step at Charles Schwab. We're only going to talk about new issue Treasury bills, not those on the secondary market, although I will show you where they're at on the Charles Schwab website. So briefly, what are Treasury bills? Well, they're a short-term U.S. government debt obligation backed by the U.S. Treasury Department with maturity of 1 year or less, according to our friends at Investopedia. Now, their terms are as little as 4 weeks, but they can be as long as 52 weeks. You can purchase for as little as $100 via Treasury Direct, and I'll link videos to that in the description below that I've made. But the minimum purchase at Charles Schwab is $1,000. One thing I really like, they're only taxed at the federal level. There's no state or local taxes. They trade at a discount to par value. Par value minus the price paid equals interest earned. Interest is not paid until maturity, and we won't know the interest or the price paid until after the auction. And we can see all this information, rates, recent auctions, upcoming auctions at the Treasury Direct website. So by placing, we won't know the interest or price paid until after the auction. What we're going to do is we're going to be placing a non-competitive bids. We're going to get in line with the big banks and the institutions, and whatever rate they get, we get. Now, there's a lot of great information on the Treasury Direct website, and I'm going to link all of these in the description below. But one of the first things we need to know that we want to determine is what maturity length do we want to buy? And all that information can be found at Treasury Direct, and I'm going to download a tentative auction schedule, and we'll take a look at what's upcoming. Now, I'm making this video on May 15th, 2024, and we're going to be looking at 4-week bills that auction off tomorrow on May 16th, 2024. Okay, so I've brought up the tentative auction schedule, and we'll note that under the security type, if we look under the 30-year bond area, we see all of the bill durations. Bills can be purchased in 4-week, 8-week, 13, 17, 26, and 52-week duration. Now, everything is available weekly except for the 52-week bill, and that's only available monthly. Now, note the auction date, the announcement date, the auction date, and the settlement date. And for our purposes, we're going to buy a 4-week Treasury bill that was announced yesterday, May 14th, and the auction will be tomorrow, May 16th, and it will be settled the following Tuesday on May 21st. Now, you'll need to place your order for these somewhere between the announcement date and the auction date. So in this case, the auction was announced on a Tuesday, and it will be on a Thursday. I like to place my orders Wednesday. However, if you place them early enough in the morning on auction date Thursday, you should be okay. And the auctions generally take place at 11:30 market time or 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. This page is an excellent resource. This will give you all kinds of information on upcoming and previously issued Treasury bills. You can see here the 4-week that was issued on May 14th, paid a interest rate, a high rate of 5.27%. Now, the way I understand the high rate is that is what you're going to get for one Treasury bill. Now, of course, you're not going to get the 5.27%, but a general rule for a 4-week bill would be to divide the interest by 12. Now, the way I understand investment rate is that's what you're going to get if you reinvested for 1 year at the current high rate of 5.27%. Now, if we click on the link, that will give us some more information. Let this load here. So, okay, for the last 4-week bill, it was auctioned off on the 9th, and it was issued on May 14th, and we see that the price per $100 is $99.59.0111 cents. So the interest earned is going to be $100 minus that amount paid per $100. Now the next step is we're going to log into Charles Schwab. So we're going to do that. Now you need to select the account. Although you can select the account later on, I'm going to choose my Roth IRA as the account I'm going to use to make this purchase. Now once we're in the Schwab website, we need to click on the trade link and then go down and click on bonds. Now, if you haven't purchased Treasury bills before, you're going to get this Schwab Bond Source System Agreement and Disclosure Statement. You're going to have to read through that, which I'm not going to do here. And then at the bottom, there'll be a link or a button to press that you agree. So you'll need to agree to that. Okay, now there's going to be another agreement come up, and that's the Municipal and Corporate Bonds New Issue Process. And again, you're going to need to read through this and either agree or consent to that. Okay, now once you've done that, that will take you to the page here. Now, these fixed income offerings up at the top, those are secondary issues. We do not want secondary issues. We want new issues. So we'll need to go down and click on that Treasury Auctions link right there. So these are the most current auctions. We have the top one is a 4-week, and the second one is an 8-week, and the last one I believe is probably a 13-week. And it'll tell you the auction dates and the maturity, and of course the duration, days until maturity. And then over to the right there, it will show you the minimum quantity purchased. So you've got the 3 zeros, so you put a 1 in front of that. The minimum purchase is $1,000. So if we click one of these links, it's going to bring up some more details about the 4-week bill. It'll bring up that CUISP number, the maturity date, and some other good information. That is an expected price based on that's just what Schwab thinks the price could be paid for the Treasury bill. And then there's a little bit more information there, which pops up on the upper right. So you can read through that. So the next step will be to buy. So we're going to click the buy button. Okay, I have scrolled down a little bit to hide my account number, but we've clicked on the 4-week Treasury auction. And there's also a place up there where you can click, you have a drop down, so you can, that's a secondary place you can choose the account you want to use. But I've got that covered up to hide my account number. Now we've got the bill that's going to mature June 18th. Now this is where we put in our amount. So if I put in 10, that's going to be $10,000 worth of T-bills I want to purchase. If I put in 1, that's going to be $1,000. In this case, I'm going to put in 10. Now down below that, we have an auto rollover. If I want, at maturity, if I want to tell Schwab to go ahead and purchase me another 4-week bill, I can click yes there. But in this case, I'm going to say no. So now below that we have order types. We have market order and we also have day order. Now if you've purchased stock, you know that you can place market orders, which is going to get you the best available price, or a limit order. Well, in this case, we're placing a non-competitive bid, so we're going to get what the big banks and institutions get, and you cannot change that order type. And the timing, it's a day order. Well, the order is going to be placed on auction day, which is Thursday, May 16th. So now the next step will be to review the order. Now I want to read through this and make sure everything's okay. We are purchasing 10,000, which is what I wanted. We've got the CUSP number, CUSIP, and we've got the maturity date and the auction date. Now the next step will be actually to place that order. So once I place the, or hit the place order button on the lower right, that will route the order. Okay, so this is my confirmation that Schwab has received my order. I have an order number. I'm going to buy 10,000. Maturity date of June 18th. Auto rollover is no. So that's pretty much it. Now, tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, May 16th, 2024, I will receive a confirmation of the order. And once I get that, we'll start the video rolling again, and I'll show you that. So I think that's all for today. Hey, I'm back. So it's Thursday, May 16th, and I bought Treasury bills today. So I'm in the Treasury Direct website, and let's take a look here. This is the one I bought, the 4-week, and I'm going to get 5.27%, which I'm very pleased with. So let's click this here. Okay, so this is the details for the bill that I bought. Of course, the auction date was today. It's going to be issued next Tuesday, and it will mature on the 18th. And this is the price I paid per $100. So I paid $99, 59.0111 cents per 100. And of course, I did 10,000. So I do have a transaction from Charles Schwab. Let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so here's my trade transaction. The price paid total was $9,959.01. 10,000 less that is the total interest I will receive. Let's just figure this out real quick. Is that right? 99.5901. Yeah, so a grand total of $40.99 interest for a 4-week investment. Not too bad. So lastly, I wanted to show you this. I logged in this morning about 9:15 market time, and I noticed that there is a cutoff on Charles Schwab. On the day of the auction, the cutoff time is 9:30 for Treasury bills and 10:30 for Treasury notes. So you can place these orders the day of the auction. Just get them in before the market opens. That's all for this one. If you find value here, please like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel. Until next time, good trading, everyone.